What model is that?
70.
70.
But then the second.
Very nice.
Maybe you just want to get just a one shot of them and then just kind of as they come. Yeah, for the first year, I just kind of
My dad would always tell me that too.
Yeah, and then this, when they work out, just boom, and then right as that, second student, they were just smooth with them.
I have a 4x5 now.
Sorry.
5x7.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. You guys each get them. Do you want to go check your run or go check your There might be some that's right on the counter there, but you guys are supposed to have.
Let's see what we can.
Okay, so let me know if you're starting to hear everybody talking about it.
John, just checking to make sure you're still there.
Yep, we're here.
Excellent.
Great. He got it.
Oh, we got the link already? Perfect.
That one will be just a little more reasonable. Made me nervous.
Did you want to see whereabouts the camera?
I want to not be. So if I stay here.
You are
You can see your
barely in.
shoulder.
Even if I touch it, can you see
You
me?
can see your shoulder.
Yeah.
Dang.
Half your arm.
You guys lied to me.
They just wanted you to be in it. Can't see, well,
You were
Unless
maybe like a
unless you reach out.
sliver.
it's gonna be, just crawl on the floor and then,
I know. If I'm really low, can you see me?
and so just a warning, what we had to do during practice, the call from Italy sometimes gets really quiet and we can't hear them. So Andrew's gonna show you with hand
So
signals.
if he's talking, I'll do this.
Okay.
When you're ready to go, I'll point, and that's when the kid can talk again.
And hopefully we won't have that, because if you start to hear him really well, but just in case, then you
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
Just so you know, if they are quiet, you do not want to adjust the master.
Yeah.
To adjust the volume.
Okay, I'm not gonna touch it, that's you, now you're back. I don't have to mess with the volume.
What if I'm back here? Can you see me?
Can't see you.
Okay, yeah, duh. I could just get back a little farther and still tell Zoe.
Yes. All right, so we got plenty of time. So you can hear stuff, it's looking good. Did you guys get your?
Oh, they didn't have it.
Yeah,
Yes, see,
I don't like
the webcam's right there.
Oh.
So they'll be leaving.
Stay here if you want.
You wanna stay here, we can see the recording, you're one of our like guests, so you wanna stay in here with us? You can switch it right there by one.
I'll stay out.
Scoot back in the corner.
And then I'll have to leave kind of close.
Push comes to shove, we might put you out there.
I'm standing over there. You swore like a shot. Yeah, right here. You want?
I don't know if I've seen that many cameras in one room in a long time.
Question is, your radius, why are you taking pictures on video?
Our microphone's up.
Oh, no.
We have a website.
So how's over here? Like, you don't
Everything's video these days.
That's what that really talking to you.
And he's a doctor.
There's stuff.
Hey, you used to be able to get away with radio people
Yeah.
never having to be seen.
That's right, because now I have to comb my hair.
Exactly. Can't wear your pajamas to work.
Well, some days.
Well, right, that's right.
Not on Wednesday, you just have to clear the video on Wednesdays, so Maybe throw a piece of like that.
Connected, remind me when I need to switch to the live feed when I start saying.
So John, I have a question for you. This is Tracy.
Yes, go ahead.
So we're doing our live feed in the gym, and they're going to be doing a mini intro in there. So he's listening to a live feed, but what kind of signal can we give him to let him know that you're ready to begin? Just in case we're a little off time-wise.
I will, well, if I'm going to start at, let's see, 12:36 your time, I will give you a heads up at 12, kind of a 12:34 and then 12:35 warning.
Okay, perfect. So as soon as I hear a warning from you, I'll let him know that's the connect piece.
Got a
Perfect.
minute and a half to wind it down.
Perfect. Thanks, John.
Okay.
So I have a couple minutes. I'm going to go connect with Jim and let him know that. And I'll be right back.
He's on the live feed, you just heard it.
Well, she is, yeah. I'll be right back.
See, Tracy's taking your job away from you.
I can get a lot more of the color than that, and sort of like that.
Tell Tracy that.
I
Say, hey,
could just go
it's
like.
important.
Yeah, but that's a lot higher, because I was like, because that burn. So what are these called? Just wrong.
I don't. Yeah.
Rick's been doing all the work. Also, just got along.
So in the bag, you said there's like 7.
So they're coming on a phone call, tapping on the phone call. Nobody does. That's that port with this device, which goes to the mic, and that goes flat. If we hang on the handset, it will take the phone call. So right now, we're tapping into this mic, working on the handset. The mic is on that.
John, it sounds like the students would like to do another question run through. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, it's fine with me. Claudio, is it okay with you?
Yes, John. All is
Perfect.
okay,
We're gonna go ahead and start.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it.
Well, in a second. All right, here we go.
Hello, my name is Owen. My question is, how do astronauts walk in space?
And
Over.
okay, Lauren, good, very good.
Hi, my name is Hazel. My question is, how do you exercise in space? Over.
Okay, good.
Hi, this is Carson. The question that I want to ask is, what can you see from the ISS? Over.
Okay, Carson.
Hello, this is Caitlin. My question is, are you allowed to have pets in space? Over.
Okay, good, Kathleen.
This is Zachary. Is time different in space? If so, by how much? Over.
Okay, no problem, good.
This is Annika. How do the astronauts use technology devices like iPads in space if there is no Wi-Fi? Over.
Okay, Annika, good.
Hi, this is Alex. Which planets do you study most and why? Over.
Okay, Alex, no problem.
This is Emerson. What is the daily schedule like in space? Over.
Okay, Emerson.
This is Talon. Is there a way to grow plants in space? Over.
Okay, good, Talon.
This is LJ. How does zero gravity affect bone mass? Over.
Okay, for you too, LJ.
This is Abby. What do you do for fun? Over.
Okay, Abby.
My name is Jeremiah, and my question is, what does the sun look like in space? Over.
Okay, good.
Hi, this is Abigail. How do you take a shower or bath in space without water going everywhere? Over.
Okay, Abigail, tutto. All okay.
Hi, my name is Zoe, and how do astronauts go to the bathroom in space? Over.
Okay, good.
This is Sativia. Why did you want to go to outer space? Over.
Okay, Sativia, good.
This is Rex. What are you researching to help people on Earth and why? Over.
Okay, Alexa.
This is Blaine. When you break a bone, will it heal faster or slower? Over.
Okay, Blaine, good.
This is Bella. What happens if you get sick in space? Over.
Okay, good, Bella.
This is Damien. What is the weather like in space? Over.
Okay, Damien.
This is Lauren. What is a weirder feeling going from gravity to zero gravity or from zero gravity to gravity? Over.
Okay, so the last question is okay.
Perfect. Thanks. We'll go ahead and hold now for John to start. Thanks for letting us do one more. If that last one is okay, seriously, I'm just gonna do it. He's the one that's sitting at the desk. I can't help it, I can't really sit there too much. Thank you for helping me grow as a person.
Come in and line up here, and this is what's gonna feed into the auditorium. And we're already connected digitally, so we can hear, so you can see up on the wall where the International Space Station is, you can look there. And we will be contacted digitally, they can ham radio up to the International Space Station.
How many kids get? Two. Get a certain amount of time. And if we have 9 minutes to a contract, just have just hide. Yeah. So you really have 9 minutes to work with that information.
Always different. I know. We've been through the whole thing. This is just it. Okay.
Next contact will start in 15 minutes and
We're actually starting a little bit before that with a presentation, so at about 12:34, our contact will start introductions. That's an official flight.
Then when the first person gets or
So you have your person, camera, image.
that's what I don't know. Say that you're third person.
Yeah. So they didn't have it.
12:30.
Yeah. I guess about 3 minutes. Because we were doing a whole shot. We're doing I got to the gym and there's one that's in my house. It's just the gym's hard to copy. Just watch it. Okay.
All these clocks are coordinated.
It's all on mine, I don't care about anybody else's. It's on my watch. I already coordinated my time with John and we're set.
There you go. UTC.
There you go.
So just live streaming.
Yes, there's like a 30-second delay as it goes up to YouTube and feeds back out. So they're seeing this, they haven't turned it on in the gym yet, but in the gym they'll be switching over at about 12:34 and they'll watch us on a delay. And if you go right in the staff room, your computer that's right there, that's the live feed, so you can see it.
Our kids can be lined up 5 minutes early.
Hopefully a little bit before that.
10 minutes early.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah, that's. I think there's under this one.
Yeah, it's soon enough for them to be ready, but not soon enough for them to get antsy and start to be noisy. It's a fine line. Yeah, so it's delicate.
it looks natural. Everything's exactly on it. It's just kind of crucial.
So right now the ISS.
Yeah, that's where those crosshairs are.
So is this going to be live streamed through
Everybody's gonna hear the audio stream is live for everybody, and then after we're all done, we upload the YouTube link and everybody can see. I think that's actually the communication window that we have. So that's as far as their range goes for communication. So it's kind of like our open access window. They travel really fast.
90 minutes and you're around one.
That's crazy.
Two spots.
The air is only the other way.
When we're all talking and over the top of each other with the mics, and we get that echo. So the big thing will be when we start and we be quiet. We'll do a quiet time, and then the kids come in. That's when we want to really make sure. Thank you for.
They have an entrance. They can move.
Still looks good. And then the shadow. Can you zoom on in the camera? Okay, just so everybody knows, we're gonna start our quiet, even though you guys already got quiet right away. We're starting quiet, our quiet time now. We've only got about 4 minutes before John's gonna come back on with introductions. So did you already tell them in there? So Ramiro, can you go in the staff room and anyone that's in there, tell them if we're now dead quiet in this space? Just right outside the door, so they know.
Okay, Tracy, 2-minute warning. And the conference operator, if you could go ahead and open the conference lines and start the recording, that would be great.
Thanks, John, 2 minutes.
Thank you, and this is the conference operator. I just need to inform everyone that today's conference is being recorded. If there's any objections, you may disconnect at this time.
Hello, everyone. This is John Clute, K4SQC, your amateur radio moderator for today. Through the help of amateur radio volunteers and the crew of the ISS, we hope to soon establish ham radio contact with the International Space Station as it flies more than 200 miles above the Earth over Italy. This is all accomplished with ARIS, amateur radio on the International Space Station. The International Space Station is currently flying over the North Atlantic, headed for Europe, whizzing it along at about 17,500 miles an hour. This contact will be performed using the amateur radio Telebridge network, a worldwide network of amateur radio ground stations that enable students to contact the ISS. ARIS is a consortium of ham radio volunteers from 9 nations that develop and operate the amateur radio station on the International Space Station. Some members of ARIS are the American Radio Relay League, the Worldwide AMSAT Radio Amateur Satellite Corporation, the Canadian Space Agency, the European Space Agency, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and the Russian Federal Space Agency. The amateur radio ground station that will establish the contact with the ISS is IK1 SLD in Casale Monferrato, Italy, operated by Claudio Ariate. Thanks for helping out, Claudio. We also have with us John Spaskovic, AG9D, who will provide audio for the Echolink and IRLP systems. Again, thanks for helping out, John. We have about 4 minutes until contact time. Our contact for today is with Kjell Lindgren, K05MOS, who will be operating OR4ISS on board the ISS. Kjell will be talking with the students at the Bayview Elementary School in Burlington, Washington, USA. The ham radio contact coordinator for the school is Rick Gibbs, WA7GJZ, and the ARRL mentor for this school is myself, John Clute, K4SQC. We've asked teacher Amy Reisner to very briefly tell us about Bayview Elementary School and the students that are taking part today. Amy?
Welcome. My name is Amy Reisner, Assistant Principal at Bayview K through 8th grade school. Our school is located roughly 66 miles north of Seattle, Washington, in the rural community of Burlington. We are excited for the opportunity to contact the International Space Station. Through inquiry and collaboration, our mission is to nurture compassionate, creative, knowledgeable, growth-minded world citizens who pursue dreams and positively impact the future. Asking astronauts questions generated by students supports our school-wide inquiry. Today we have 2 students from each grade level asking questions. It is a beautiful day in Burlington, Washington. We are really lucky to be here.
Thanks, Amy. That's great. Claudio, before the contact begins, you want us to tell us a little bit about IK1SLD?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, John, for your presentation. Briefly, our Telebridge station is located in Casale Monferrato Airport in northwest of Italy, between Turin and Milan. And we have an amateur radio station to contact the ISS when requested by ARIS organization. When T minus 30 seconds, I go to call the astronaut Kjell Lindgren aboard the ISS, operated today with Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra call sign. And as soon as signal will be loud and clear, I will invite the children to start with first question. For the children, please don't forget to say over, because this is a very important thing to coordinate the conversation between us and the astronaut. Now I see the ISS approaching to the Europe, approaching to France. So contact T minus 1 minute and 38 seconds. So microphone back to you, John.
Very good. Thank you, Claudio. I want everyone to remember that what we are doing on the ISS is an experiment. So we really can never tell what the results will be, positive or negative, until the experiment is over. And as Claudio said, students, don't forget to say over at the end of your question. In about 30 seconds, the station should be over Casale Monferrato, Italy. So Claudio, it's all yours. Good luck.
Okay, John, thank you. Yes, the International Space Station is approaching to the Alps in North Italy. So we have 1 minute to the contact. Okay, 30 seconds, and I'll go to call now. Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra. This is Claudio operating India Kilo 1, Sierra Lima Delta, Telebridge ground station. Calling for a scheduled direct contact. Do you copy Kiel, over? Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra. This is India Kilo 1, Sierra Lima Delta, Telebridge ground station. Calling for a scheduled direct contact. Do you copy Kiel, over? Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra. This is Claudio operating India Kilo 1, Sierra Lima Delta, Telebridge ground station. Calling for a scheduled direct contact. Kiel, do you copy, over? Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra, from India Kilo 1, Sierra Lima Delta, Telebridge ground station. Attention, Kiel, do you copy for a scheduled direct contact, over?
IK1SLD, this is OR4ISS. I read you.
Okay, Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra, IK1SLD. Good evening, or better, good night, Kiel. Waiting to have your signal loud and clear. Today, we are acting from Italy as a Telebridge station for Bayview Elementary School in Burlington, Washington. Are you ready for the first question? Kiel, over.
And I just want to say hello to all the students and teachers, faculty, and staff at Bayview School in Burlington, Washington. I'm glad to be talking with you today.
Okay, go ahead, over with first question.
Hello, my name is Owen, and my question is, how do astronauts walk in space, over?
Well, that's a great question. Well, we do something called spacewalks when we go outside the space station in a spacesuit. But even when we're doing a spacewalk, we don't really walk with our feet. We use our hands to move around. And that's the way it is inside the space station, too. One of my favorite things about being in space is that we get to float wherever we go, and we kind of use our hands and feet to push off from one wall to another wall. Over.
Hi, my name is Hazel. My question is, how do you exercise in space, over?
Hey, Hazel, thanks for the great question. Exercise is even more important in space, almost as important as it is on the ground. And that's because when we're in space, we don't have gravity pulling down on us, and so it's very important for us to exercise so that our bones and muscles stay healthy. So we have an exercise bike, we have a treadmill, and we also have an exercise machine, kind of like a home gym that we can do resistance exercise, kind of like lifting weights. And that's what we use to keep our bones, muscles, and heart healthy. Over.
Hi, this is Carson. The question I'm asking is, what can you see from the ISS, over?
Well, Carson, that's another one of my favorite things about living in space is that I can look out of the windows that face down towards the Earth, and I can see the Earth below us as we fly over. And it's beautiful. The Earth is beautiful. The water is beautiful blue. We see clouds, and then we see the beautiful landforms like the browns and greens of Africa, and the browns, tans, and reds of Australia. But one of my favorite things to do is look down at the United States and look at places where I have friends and family. Over.
Hello, this is Caitlin. My question is, are you allowed to have pets in space? Over.
Hey, Caitlin. Well, we're not allowed to have pets. We've had some animals come up to space for research, and so several years ago there were spiders up here to see how they spun webs in space. There have been fish in space and mice in space, but they're not our pets. But so instead of having an animal for a pet, we have a clear plastic globe, and my friend Scott Kelly put some Skittles in there. And so whenever we push the globe around, the Skittles kind of skittle around inside, and so we've named that Skittles, and that's our pet. Over.
Hi, this is Zachary. Is time different in space? If so, by how much? Over.
Well, Zachary, time goes the same at the same speed, but we use a different time zone. So we adjust our time zone so that we're awake and asleep like the people in England. At Greenwich Mean Time is the time that we use. And so right now it's 7:48 in the evening. So we're getting ready to have dinner and go to bed. Over.
This is Annika. How do the astronauts use technology devices like iPads in space if there is no Wi-Fi? Over.
Good question, Annika. We have a great number of technological devices up here that are very helpful. We have this ham radio that we can use to call the ground. We have computers. And we actually do have Wi-Fi up here. We have a wireless system so that some of our laptop computers and our tablets can be used without having to be wired up. Over.
Hi, this is Alex. Which planets do you study most and why? Over.
Well, Alex, by far and away, the planet that we study the most is the Earth, and a big part of that is because our mission is to do research and experiments that not only will help us fly deeper into space, but will also make life better for you and me back on the Earth. Over.
This is Emerson. What is the daily schedule like in space? Over.
Well, Emerson, we work about 5 days a week, and then we get Saturday and Sunday off for the most part. We have to do house cleaning on Saturday, just like I do at home. But during the week, Monday through Friday, we are very busy. So I get up at about 6:30. We start work with a daily conference at 7:30, and then we work until about 7 o'clock, 7:30 at night. So we have 12-hour days, and we stay very busy. Over.
This is Talon. Is there a way to grow plants in space? Over.
Talon, great question. And actually, I'm standing right in front of the little habitat where we grew some lettuce a couple of months ago. And that was one of the projects that I got to work on. So I took care of the lettuce and watered it and took photos of it every day. And after about a month, we got to eat it, and it was delicious. Now I'm trying to figure out how to grow a pizza up here. Over.
This is LJ to Gloria. How does zero gravity affect bone mass? Over.
Great question, LJ. Because we don't have gravity pulling down on us, it actually can reduce the bone mass, and so we can lose bone mass. So that if we came back to Earth without exercising, it'd be very easy for us to break bones. And this also mimics some of the medical problems that some people have back on Earth called osteoporosis, when bones weaken with age. And so by studying how we work and how our bones are affected by being in weightlessness, we can learn more about osteoporosis on the Earth. Over.
This is Abby. What do you do for fun? Over.
Abby, I like to talk with my family on the phone, and I love to take pictures and share them. And just spend time floating in the space station. Over.
Okay. Go ahead with the question.
My name's Sherman. What is the sound of space? Over.
Oh, Jeremiah, the sun is very, very bright up here. We don't have the atmosphere out, so it seems like it's brighter than it is on the ground. Of course, we never look at it because it would hurt our eyes. Over.
This is Abigail. How do you take a shower or a bath in space without water going everywhere? Over.
Great question, Abigail. We have to be very careful, or else water will go everywhere. So we actually we use a washcloth and just sprinkle water on the washcloth, and that's how we bathe. Over.
Hi, my name is Zoe, and how do astronauts go to the bathroom in space? Over.
Zoe, we have a special bathroom up here, and so essentially there's kind of a vacuum hose that the urine goes into, and when we have to do number 2, we have a special stool that also has kind of a vacuum that pulls all the solid waste into it into little baggies, and then that gets stored in a bin and thrown away. Over.
Why did you want it to go? Sorry, my name is Ativia. Why did you want it to go to outer space? Over.
So, Tivia, that's a great question, and I wanted to do this as long as I can remember, even when I was your age. And I think it's because of the books I read and growing up in a family where my dad was in the Air Force. And also I enjoy the challenge of making a goal like this and seeing it come true. Over.
This is Rex. What are you researching to help other people on Earth? What are you researching to help people on Earth and why? Over.
Rex, I'm a doctor by training. I worked in the emergency room before I became an astronaut. Medical issues that we can study. So we study how the heart, bones, muscles, brain, and eyes change in space, and we try to use those results to help people with medical diseases on the Earth. Over.
This is Blaine. When you break a bone, will it heal faster, slower in space? Over.
Blaine, that's a really good question. I don't know the answer to that, but I think it would heal slower simply because our bone wants to break down more in space because, just like I told you, we're not exercising them. So it would be a very interesting treatment regimen of rest, and then also trying to give a little bit of loading to help the growing process. Over.
This is Bella. What happens if you get sick in space? Over.
Bella, well, we have 6 bags up here, just like you might find on an airplane if you get sick. But the big thing is not going to
Okay, John, loss of signal now.
Okay, well, I thank you very much. He's now disappeared onto Africa, and so we've lost the signal, but I think that was just a really great contact. We've shared in a moment in history, amateur radio station IK1 SLD in Casale Monferrato, Italy, operated by Claudio Ariote, contacted Kjell Lindgren, K05 MOS aboard the International Space Station, talking with students at Bayview Elementary School in Burlington, Washington. Congratulations to the students at Bayview Elementary. Eris would also like to thank John Speskogovich, AG9D, for the IRLP and Echolink connections. Now, for the international volunteer team of Eris, including the Amateur Radio Satellite Corporation around the world, the Amateur Radio Relay League, CSA, ESA, JAXA, NASA, and Roscosmos. This is John Clute, Amateur Radio Operator K4SQC, sending my greetings to all of you in the amateur radio terms. 73's, best wishes, great contact. Operator, you can go ahead and stop the recording and the audio transmissions, please.
Woo! Come on!
That was a great contact.
She's practiced so many.
John, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
John, thank you so much. That was wonderful.
That was great.
The students were really
18 out of
excited.
20.
Thank you
The
so
kids
much for helping
really
us
did
pull
well.
this off.
The kids really did well. So if someone can get me those counts, a number of students, radio, TV, and news, I would appreciate it. There also is an activity form, which I think you have. I'll send you one just in case. if you could complete that this week, that would be very helpful. But congratulations to all. You all did a wonderful job. The kids were great. The audio worked well. It was a very well done class act. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. We couldn't have done it without your help, and I'll make sure that Amy knows to send all that information to you. Thanks so much.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Okay, John.